What's up guys, today's video is on top 5 best TVs on the market. Through extensive research and testing, I brought a list of options that will reach the needs of the different types of buyers. Whether it's price, performance, or its particular use, we got you covered. For more information on the product, I've included links in the description box down below, which are updated for the best prizes. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get started with number 5, LG G2 OLED TV. If price isn't a concern for you, and you simply want the best TV you can buy at any price point, well, then you want the LG G2 OLED. The OLED 65D2 uses its extra brightness to make pretty much every frame of any source you care to mention look even more sublime than it has on any LG OLED before. Although the G2 OLED shares the same gallery design name as its GX and G1 predecessors, it actually looks completely different. Gone is the dark frame and chamfered edges. In is a nifty two-layer effect where a thin black rear slab sits proud of and slightly narrower than a chunkier front tire housing the screen that's encased in a very fetching and opulent-looking silver metal coat. The quality of the G2 OLED's connections is beyond reproach. In particular, all 4 of its HDMI ports are capable of handling the maximum 48 GBps of data supported by the HDMI 2.1 standard. This means that hardcore video gamers could simultaneously attach an Xbox Series X, 5 pounds and cutting-edge PC graphics rig to enjoy full-fat 4K at 120 Hz, variable refresh rates, and automatic low-latency mode switching from all of them. That, plus, you'll still have one HDMI left for adding a 4K Blu-ray player or streaming box. To anyone familiar with LG's OLED TVs over the years, the impact made by the extra brightness the heatsink unlocks is instantly obvious. The extra brightness gives colors more volume and punch, regardless of whether you're talking about a very vibrant, rich tone or a subtle, mild one. The end result is an OLED TV so supreme that it just barely misses the mark of our number 1 spot, only because its price puts it a bit far out of reach for the average TV watcher. Cinephiles, however, should certainly invest. Let's move to the number 4, Samsung QN900B. 8K might feel a bit like overkill to some, but there's no doubt in our mind that the Samsung QN900B Neo QLED 8K TV is on another level of performance. Samsung's Mini LED Sporting QN900B Neo QLED 8K TV offers stunning picture quality, exceptional color and brightness, terrific sound, and outstanding blacks, all in a package that's unmatched in terms of design. For the uninitiated, Samsung's Quantum Mini LEDs are 1/40th the thickness of a regular LED, meaning thousands of smaller LEDs can be packed together in a much tighter fashion, allowing for far more accurate dimming zones and black levels that are practically indistinguishable from an OLED. As the LEDs are far smaller, they're able to achieve far more precision and less blooming, so the act of seeing bright areas of the screen unnaturally bleed over into darker spots should be greatly reduced or not evident at all. And because it takes advantage of Samsung's multi-intelligence A upscaling, the QN900A is consistently able to produce images that looked better than their source. So why is it all the way in a number 3 position? Samsung's 2022 TV range sees the introduction of its new Smart Hub UI across its top models. It's a totally revamped interface that's anchored by a Google TV-inspired home screen, populated by content recommendations from your various streaming subscriptions and apps. Unfortunately, the change to a full-screen, content-packed home menu brings about some frustration. No longer can you easily adjust settings and change viewing modes on the fly. You now have to completely leave what you're watching or playing when bringing up said home screen, navigate to a sidebar menu, and then scroll down to a separate settings menu to perform actions that were just a few button presses away before. It's a minor issue, sure, but having a good smart TV platform is absolutely essential if you want to win the top spot on our list of the best TVs. We are going to number 3, Vizio H-1 OLED TV. Vizio's OLED TV is a cheaper alternative to the more premium screens that LG and Sony have been producing for the past few years. For folks who don't want to spend a fortune, the Vizio OLED has most of the same key features, and it offers largely similar performance as other OLEDs for hundreds of dollars less. Of course, as an OLED screen, the Vizio OLED has both some big advantages and a few flaws. Worth pointing out up front, In the former category, we have exceptional black levels and extremely thin chassis. The other benefits of OLED being the exceptional contrast and wider viewing angles that most folks can appreciate. The downside is that OLEDs in general aren't as bright as their LED LCD counterparts, and Vizio's OLED in particular is dimmer than most. Compounding the problems of this flat-screen TV is Vizio's SmartCast platform, which is missing a few key apps and can be a bit slow after startup. We also feel that the upscaling on the Vizio OLED isn't as strong as LG or Sony's upscaling algorithms, as we spotted a heavy grain on HD sources on more than one occasion. What you're left with, after you consider all the details, is a good budget OLED that excels at 4K HDR content and stumbles slightly with HD upscaling. As an older 2020 model, the H1 is also starting to see clearance sales, so you'll likely find it at an excellent price through the remainder this year. Let's talk about number 2, Hisense U8H. The U8H series' chief claim to fame is its mini LED backlight, a feature first implemented in LCD TVs by rival TCL that was quickly adopted by Samsung, LG, and Sony in their own sets. A major benefit to mini LED is high brightness, something the U8H series readily delivers. But high brightness isn't the only thing about the U8H that impresses. It uses a quantum dot filter for enhanced color, and the 504 local dimming zones on the 65-inch model deliver deep and detailed blacks. Some backlight blooming, a typical artifact with LED backlit TVs that feature local dimming, can be seen with challenging material, but that's the exception rather than the norm. With support for Dolby Vision, HDR10+, and HLG, the U8H series is ready for any HDR format you stream or feed to it, and it also has a filmmaker mode that provides mostly accurate out-of-box color. Another impressive aspect of the U8H is its extensive support for next-gen gaming consoles. Along with 120Hz display, it offers variable refresh rate, VRR, auto low latency mode, ALLM, and FreeSync Premium Pro. There's a lot to say about U8H series, but the key takeaway is that Hisense provides great value here. We are presenting number 1 of our list, LG C2 OLED TV. After dropping a few spots last year, the LG C2 OLED reclaims the top spot on our list of the best TVs. That's due to a number of improvements LG has made to this year's model compared to the LG C1 OLED. Improvements for 2022 include the new Alpha A9 Gen 5 processor, which is designed to offer better object enhancement and dynamic tone mapping than its predecessor. As well as that, you're getting virtual surround sound with the TV upscaling stereo content into 7.12 channel sound. While we weren't convinced by the claims of virtual surround sound, the audio performance is good for a flat-screen TV, and a number of different sound modes means you should be able to find an audio profile that suits your needs. In addition to those improvements, the C2 OLED carries forward the 4 separate HDMI 2.1 ports that it inherited from the C1 OLED, meaning it's the perfect companion for the £5 Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S. The LG C2 isn't flawless, however. Off-axis color saturation does diminish a bit when you move to the left or right of the screen when compared to the new QD OLED models, and LG doesn't support either the IMAX Enhanced or HDR10+ format. There are, of course, higher resolution flat-screen TVs out there right now, like the Samsung QN900B, which offers 8K resolution, and the new upgraded LG G2 OLED that has a slightly higher peak brightness. But for the price, this is the absolute best TV you're able to buy right now. Here are the top 5 best TVs on the market. Look for the links in the description box below. If there's another product on the market, if you found one worthy your purchase, let us know in the comment section. If you would like to see the future review, also subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you will know when we upload new videos. That's the wrap for today. Thank you for watching. We will see you next time on the Gadget Aid channel.